A mixture of nerves and hope swarmed in my belly. Nerves, because I'd be living in James's, aka the object of my secret affections, house, and hope, because the idea of having an entire house to myself seemed like a dream. But then, I knew I couldn't just live in his house rent-free. That would feel way too weird, like charity or something. Or worse, like I was taking advantage of his generosity. There had to be a way to make it even. I remembered our conversation from last night, when I'd offered to help him out with the renovations. Perhaps we could both get something out of it. I brought my attention back to him. What if we both benefited? His eyebrows rose. I'm all ears. I'll take you up on your offer, but only if you let me help with organising your renovations. You said yourself that it's been a nightmare, and not to toot my own horn, but I have fantastic organisational skills. So, I get a room, and in return you get my services. It's a win-win. He frowned now, staring at the coffee machine. He didn't seem to like my suggestion. Had I said something wrong? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with you working for free, James said. But I wouldn't be. I'd be living in your house without paying any rent, I countered. He still didn't look convinced. It feels weird, James went on, and I looked away. Maybe he was right. Maybe it would be weird, especially when you factored in my feelings for him. I'd been so eager about having a room of my own that I hadn't fully thought things through. On the one hand, it'd be amazing to have a whole house to myself, even if said house was still in the process of being renovated. But, on the other hand, saying yes would mean being in contact with James even more than I already was. Given my feelings for him, and my plan to get over said feelings, that could lead to some bad emotional headspace for me. I realised I'd been quiet, lost in my thoughts for far too long, when I glanced up and found James studying me with the oddest expression. I couldn't for the life of me decipher what it meant. Forget I said anything, he said hastily. It was a stupid idea. Without thinking, I reached out, placing my hand on his forearm. I stared into his earnest brown eyes and got a little lost for a second. I had to force myself to focus on what I'd been about to say. It's not a stupid idea. What's stupid is you not taking me up on my offer of help. I love a challenge, especially one that's centred around organising stuff. That's my jam. In fact, it would hardly be like work at all. Can I mull it over for a day or two? He asked. Sure, take your time, I said, while my subconscious yelled at me. What do you think you're playing at? Living in James's house is a bad idea. Yes, that's right. All caps. Bad. James had no clue how I felt for him. If he did, not only would he never suggest I stay at his place, I was pretty sure he'd back out of the room right now, holding up a crucifix.